Alright, what up, YouTube? Alright, what up, YouTube? Vontae Burns Fat here, back with another video. This one's gonna be good. If you if you easily get offended, please scroll off this. But if you watch the rest of this might help you change your life. I hope it does. This one's called Why Smoking Weed Will Keep You Stuck in a Limbo 2025. If you don't know what limbo is a term used for people who went to hell, who did some bad shit, and they're just repeating that same bad thing that they did over and over again for eternity. Limbo. Okay. So, my years growing up, I was taught that, weed makes you cool, weed makes you relax, weed does all type of shit that really doesn't do. You know what I mean? Weed makes you magical. Weed makes you empathetical. Weed makes you loving. And so I'd smoke weed, and I'd smoke weed, and I'd smoke weed, and I smoke weed, and I smoke weed, and nothing ever happened. My problems were still fucking there. Okay, they were still fucking there. I started smoking weed when I was fucking 13 years old, bro. And I smoked all the way till I was like 23, quit for a minute for like 2-3 years, 4 years when I was with my fiance. Then we broke up, and then I started smoking again for like a year. And I stopped smoking. I don't smoke no more. I haven't smoked in a year, and I don't plan on going back to smoking weed. Smoking weed is for people who don't want to progress in life. If you want to ruin somebody's life, you don't give them cocaine or meth. You give them weed. At least in cocaine and meth, they'll fuck their life up way faster than any other drug, right? In a couple months, maybe a couple years. But you give someone weed, it will take them 30 to 40 years to realize that they fucked up in life, okay? So, weed is a chemical. It is not natural to the earth, okay? Cannabis is natural to the earth. Weed is a chemical, okay? And it makes you docile. It makes you weak. And it makes you unfocused. And it makes you lose the aggression that a man is supposed to have, okay? When you smoke weed, you're relaxed. You're in a relaxed state. So if someone comes in and tries to fucking rob you, do you think your fight or flight is going to be ready to apprehend the intended stress? Fuck no. If you smoke weed and I'm sober, I will fuck you up way faster than anybody in this fucking earth. That's just how it is. That's just how it goes. So if you're high all fucking day, how are you supposed to defend your family? How are you supposed to defend the people that you need to necessary? How are you supposed to defend yourself? You're not. Weed makes you docile. It makes you relaxed. It makes you comfortable. Right? And you'll be comfortable in your situation if you won't change. There was a time when I was with a girlfriend, and we went to a bar. Her and her friends were drinking. Okay, I didn't drink at the time. I only smoked weed, so I smoked a blunt. Right, went back in. We're having a good time. We're chilling. This guy comes up, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I like your socks." Little white boy. I'm like, "Thanks, bro. Cool. Get on." He gets on. He comes back. And he, "Oh, dude, I like your socks. What do you do?" I'm telling him about what I did. My girlfriend, my fiance at the time, she buds in. She says some shit. She's drunk as fuck. She buds in and says some shit. And she's drunk, and she stands up and she shakes her ass. This guy slaps her fucking ass in front of me. And bro, all I could do in that moment, instead of punch his fucking lights out, was just get up and walk away. Right? So I'm getting out, I walk away. She's coming, following me after. I punch the fucking wall. Boom. All the security comes. They're like, "Yo, what's up? What are you doing? Why the fuck you do that?" I said, "Hey, you're a fucking guy in there." He smacked my girl's ass. You're lucky I didn't sock him. Boom. I go in my car. And she's like, "No." She gets in the car. She's, "No, I'm sorry. What happened? I'm so drunk." And I'm high as fuck, and I'm just like, shut up. Shut up. We're driving home. We get home. I go in her garage. And she's like, no, come talk to me. And in this very moment, I sobered up. So I'm fucking livid, yelling, screaming, fucking throwing shit around. Giving her the energy I should have gave him, but I was sober, right? When I sobered up, now I want to get like that instead of get like that at the very moment. That's what weed does, right? It makes you docile and unconfrontational, right? Until you sober up and you realize what the fuck just happened, then that's when you snap. So I snapped. That's what happens when you smoke weed. But anyways, point number two, weed makes you think good ideas but never makes you act on them. I have so many friends that smoke weed. When I tell them, yo, I'm about to start creating content, I'm about to start building my business, becoming an entrepreneur, they have so many beautiful ideas in the moment. I don't listen, but they have so many ideas in the moment. You would think that they were the gurus, right? Ty Lopez's, Grant Cardone's, the way that these niggas produce thoughts, okay? And I'm like, yo, you produce all these amazing ideas. Why don't we start a business together? Why don't you start one too? And they're like, nah. Why not? Why? Because they lack the will to act, okay? They lack the will to act. It's not that they didn't know how to do it or they didn't have the energy or effort to do it. They just lack the will to act, right? Sounds stupid, right? But it is. That's what weed does. That's like knowing how to make $1 million, but not making $1 million. Makes no sense, right? Because weed, when you smoke weed, you become Einstein, okay? But you have the body of fucking Butterbean, okay? You'll never do it. You never get up and did it. At least Butterbean boxed, but you get what I mean. You're just sluggish. You won't do it. Won't do it. Look at me. I could be a astronaut and go to NASA and study and do all these things, but I'll do it tomorrow. Right? Think of all your friends that you have, right? You guys smoke and you guys come up with all these beautiful ideas, right? And all these beautiful goals, okay? But you never act on them. You guys will talk about it every time you guys smoke weed. We should do this, we should do that, we should do this, we should do that. But no one ever acts on it. Ever. That's what weed does, okay? So, anyways, weed makes you think good ideas, but it never makes you act. That's a fact, man. You know, that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. Because once the key to man, the key to life is bringing his thoughts and imaginations into fruition and acting on it. That is the key to being a man. That is what purpose is. That is the whole identity of a man. And a woman is to put his ideas and thoughts together and to nurture them, to help them grow and expand. Right? That's the purpose of men and women, okay? But weed won't make you do that at all. You just have the imagination, but you keep living in the limbo. Okay? This next one's gonna hurt. I don't care. Yo, weed makes the man a woman and a woman a man. Weed makes the man a woman and the woman a man. Okay? So before weed was legal, right? It was taboo. The people that smoked weed were thought as like criminals, right? Always bad, right? Hoodbirds, jails, thugs, killers, convicts. They're always that. Now, if we were good, right, and it opened their thoughts and it made them conscious, right, these men would take over the world or be supernatural in some sorts, right? Like how other drugs can do to you, okay? Right? Now, weed is more common than the other drugs. It's cheaper, easier to find, okay? Everyone has it. Everyone would have it, okay? Now, if you're a convict and you can easily get this, and every time you smoke it, you have good ideas and good thoughts, and you always act on them, and Why would we want this drug in the hands of men that could overtake us once they become conscious when they smoke it? Why? You wouldn't want that, right? So I take the weed and I alter it. And I make this man, the thugs, the killers, the barbarics, the convicts, more feminine, normal. You think they're going to want to take over the world? You think they're going to want to take over the world, take their country back? No. If I give it to the woman, make her more masculine and dominant, you think she's going to want to rule the fucking world? Take over the world? No. It was some college kids who did a study. I forgot what university. It took 8 men and 8 women, right? And for 4 weeks, they gave men a dosage of weed, maybe 1 milligram, 2 milligrams, 3 times a day. And they wanted to see what happened to their hormones, okay? Testosterone, estrogen, different ones. And the men that smoked weed out of the course of these 4 weeks had a skyrocketed estrogen levels of a pregnant woman. Of a pregnant woman. That's crazy. 4 weeks, 3 times a day. And their estrogen is higher than a pregnant woman. And on the opposite side of a woman who smoked weed for 4 weeks, 3 times a day, 1 milligram, right? Their testosterone was as high as an athlete's. Right? What type of athlete? A boxer's. Their testosterone was as high as a boxer's. Now that's crazy. But I want you to look at the people around you, especially if you're a woman, right? Look at your man when he smokes weed. Look at his subcommunicable thoughts, right? And actions. For sure, his actions, right? He'll be a little bit more flamboyant when he smokes. Be a little bit more relaxed and normal when he smokes, right? He'll probably do things like, right? That women do. If you just pay attention close enough, he will do them when he smokes weed, okay? And if you're a man and you smoke weed, right? Look at your woman. She's a little bit more masculine than normal when she's high as hell. She is. She'll probably stand up straighter, right? Shoulders lean back. Her voice is deeper for sure. Okay? And even when she smokes, look how she positions herself. Like a man, right? Relaxed, shoulders back, legs open, okay? She thinks she's a man when she's smoking weed, right? But if you look at a woman who smokes a cigarette, she's always more ladylike when she smokes a cigarette. But when she smokes weed, she's more masculine. A man that smokes weed is more feminine. His voice raises a little bit. He's not going to do action. He's not. He'll be a little bit more emotional than normal. Right? He'll be docile. Right? He'll think he's the man, but he won't act like it. Okay? It's scary. Hey, if you like this video, you want to quit smoking weed in 2025 and fix your life and change your life for the better and be the man or the woman you're example to be, okay? There'll be a link in the description. Get at me, book a one-on-one call. We'll change you for the better, okay? Weed is fucking your life up, okay? If these were offensive to you, that means it shook the demon in you that's addicted to weed, okay? Now, I smoke weed. I don't kick it with anybody that smokes weed. Why? Because they always try to pass me the blunt. Weed fucking stinks. Bro, let me tell you this. If you're a multi-millionaire and you smoke weed, this person that doesn't smoke weed, that's on the come up, will come take everything that you have. They will. Slowly but surely. They will. Okay, if you smoke weed and you're an athlete, okay, the athletes that don't smoke weed are going to kick your ass. They will. If you smoke weed, I don't smoke weed, I'm always on 100 while you're always on 40 and 30. At your peak, you're always on 40 and 30. At my peak, I'm untouchable. if you smoke weed, you will never beat me in any game or anything you think that you will beat me in. You won't beat me in rock, paper, scissors. You won't beat me at throwing the trash in the ball. You won't beat me at anything. You get it? Twister, fucking Dance Dance Revolution, getting money, getting women. You will not fucking beat me. You won't beat me, especially when I'm sober. My thoughts are clear.